people, both the English and the Americans, to say that, yeah, you know what, this little paper that we have here, let's just burn it up. It doesn't mean anything, and it hasn't helped. If anything, it has been damaging, extremely damaging, because it prevents people from doing anything. So I think that is something that, especially about the Anglos, that's the real problem, because they always have that kind of crutch of they always can fall back at that idea.
But what I'm hearing here as a sort of common denominator between the Americans and the Anglos, when you talk about killing the inner liberal, it's really a kind of universalism, isn't it? That the inner liberal has, especially
some
the
would say
concept
that
of
comes
rights
from Christianity.
And inalienable rights of the individual. It's really that concept that is sort of a bit of a roadblock to certain political solutions, and particularly when people have internalized it to such a degree that it's sort of impossible to think around it. Because no matter what you're thinking about, it's like, okay, we can just move these people here, we can ship this over there, build a wall here, but what about the rights? What about this person's right to do that? Or if there's just one person whose rights are going to be stepped on, then that's out of the picture. So you just end up with a sort of paralysis where nothing really works, and all you can do is just complain about the people who are effective in politics precisely because they break these rules, right, and laws.
Yeah, they manage to find the loopholes that let them act as kings, right? I mean,
or just redefine what the rights mean in the first place,
or just redefine them.
The sort of left's MO.
I mean, sovereign, right?
Because I've been retweeting James Lindsay so much, so that's why I'm just in that headspace right now. When you talk about someone who needs to kill their inner liberal, I mean, holy shit, he's probably the guy who has the biggest inner liberal that I've ever seen, and it just makes it impossible for him to actually do effective analysis, even of the project that he's trying to do. Because James Lindsay is this kind of defend more constitution guy, and that's it. Always comes back to more constitution, and he will write these long articles about the woke left. That's it sounds like I tweeted about this. It sounds like me in 2016. A cultural Marxist. The cultural Marxists have taken over the universities, and they're going to undermine the Constitution. But he can't realize and say the Civil Rights Act, for example, has undermined the Constitution. A lot of these liberal fictions, in a sense, like civil rights, have tremendously undermined the Constitution in so many ways. But because he has
like the idea that if I just put the right words together in the right order, like some kind of spell, right? Like some sort of witchcraft, I can sort of legal jujutsu society out of this problem. When I'm not saying that the solution lies in violence, but the solution lies in a different way of looking at it. It lies in a different way of conceptualizing it, right? Outside of that mode of thinking.
Yeah, and meanwhile he's been doing that. I mean, globalist NGOs, no names mentioned. We love the nation of Israel here. Have funded and put in place 2,500 district attorneys and lobbyists in state legislatures, and getting every fucking house of cards stacked with their cards.